Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of TBL News the Pod, or TBL News the Video Pod if you're listening on YouTube or TBLTV.tv. My name is Brad Smith, the lead reporter and podcaster of the Glass City Wranglers, and today I will be recapping their 2 Week 9 games of the 2023 TBL season, the first of which was a 113-106 win over the Lebanon Leprechauns and Chris Darrington's return after a 4-game absence. In 39 minutes and 25 seconds, Darrington recorded a team-high 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals on 10 of 14 shooting from the field and 4 of 7 shooting from three-point range, helping Glass City post its largest scoring output since March 23rd versus West Virginia. For the season, Darrington is averaging a career-high 31 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, 4.7 assists per game, and 1.3 steals per game on 48.7% shooting from the field, 37.9% shooting from downtown, and 83.8% shooting from the free-throw line in 15 starts. Following a historic 22-point, 20-rebound outing versus Flint on April 30th, star shooting guard Anthony Carmen was solid on Wednesday, posting 17 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal in 20 minutes and 8 seconds, albeit on 4 of 12 shooting from the field. Not to be outdone, power forward Marlon Sierra notched 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 steals on 8 of 14 shooting in 31 minutes and 37 seconds, all season highs. Similarly, point guard Francisco Santiago Jr. played well, compiling a well-rounded stat line of 14 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, and 2 steals on 6 of 14 shooting in 31 minutes and 55 seconds. As it turned out, point guard Clemmy Owens V was the 5th and final Wrangler to score in double figures, as the 6-foot, 185-pound guard finished with 11 points and 3 assists on 4 of 8 shooting in 38 minutes and 52 seconds. With the return of Darrington, Glass City's offense was on point versus Lebanon, as the Wranglers shot 43 of 84 from the field, 10 of 29 from downtown, and 17 of 20 from the charity stripe, while committing just 17 personal fouls and a season-low 12 turnovers. In spite of their 5th loss in their last 6 games, Lebanon played quite well on offense, as 7 of the 10 Leprechauns who suited up scored at least 8 points and posted shooting splits of 45.6, 37.1, and 78.6 as a team. For reference, small forward Kenneth Holmes was excellent for Lebanon, recording a game-high 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal on 10 of 18 shooting in just 38 minutes and 21 seconds. Meanwhile, shooting guard Deontay Raines posted 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists on 6 of 13 shooting in 25 minutes, while point guard Antonio Davis added 15 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists in 31 minutes and 49 seconds. Outside of Holmes, Raines, and Davis, plenty of other Leprechauns contributed to Lebanon's offense on Wednesday. Small forward Gerald Campbell recorded 9 points and 2 rebounds on 3 of 4 shooting in just 13 minutes and 55 seconds. Point guard Trishon Gase, small forward Trey Mitchell, and center Dwight Cole each scored 8 points for Glass City. Shooting guards Ryan Lawrence and Zacharias Millhouse each finished with 7 points in 18 minutes and 15 minutes, respectively. After Wranglers shooting guard Caleb Vaughn grabbed a defensive rebound with 11 minutes and 40 seconds later, Glass City's offense went to work, scoring on their first 4 possessions for an 8-4 lead over Lebanon with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left. After Wranglers shooting guard Caleb Vaughn grabbed a defensive rebound with 11 minutes and 40 seconds left, Glass City's offense went to work, scoring on their first 4 possessions for an 8-4 lead over Lebanon with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left. The Leprechauns would manage to cut the lead to 1 point at 13-12 after Raines converted on an acrobatic layup with 6 minutes and 29 seconds, but Darrington sank 2 deep three-pointers amid the Wranglers' 13-5 scoring run to end the first quarter with a 26-18 lead. In spite of this, Lebanon used an 11-4 scoring run to cut Glass City's lead to 30-29 with 9:17 remaining in the second. The Wranglers would manage to increase their advantage up to 7 points, 38-31. Despite facing an 8-point deficit to start the second, Lebanon used an 11-4 scoring run to cut Glass City's lead to 30-29 with 9:17 remaining. The Wranglers would manage to increase their advantage up to 7 points after Darrington and Santiago combined for 7 straight points with 7:21 showing. Across the next 4 minutes and 37 seconds, Glass City used a 14-6 scoring run to claim a 52-37 lead over Lebanon, but the Leprechauns would cut the deficit to 6 points after scoring 11 of the quarter's final 13 points. Courtesy of 7 straight by Holmes and Lawrence, the Leprechauns would manage to tie the Wranglers at 56-56 just 1 minute and 42 seconds into the third, which would later expand to a 63-63 tie with 7:21 showing. From that point forward, Glass City scored 17 of the quarter's next 26 points to take an 80-72 lead with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. The Wranglers' 8-point lead was all for naught, as the Leprechauns went on a 13-4 scoring run to close out the third quarter with an 85-84 lead, capped off by a smooth transition layup by Gauss. Per usual, Glass City started the fourth quarter off strong, scoring 9 consecutive points for an 93-85 lead with 10:25 left. A layup by Sierra would extend the Wranglers' lead to 10 points, 97-87 Glass City, but the Leprechauns came within 2 points as the game clock showed 6 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. After Holmes converted on a layup with 1 minute and 21 seconds left to lower the Leprechauns' deficit to 3 points. After Holmes converted on a layup with 1:21 left to lower the Leprechauns' deficit to 3 points, Wranglers center Jonathan Brown made a tough turnaround jump shot 18 seconds later to give Glass City a 2-possession lead over Lebanon with little time remaining in regulation. Across the final 63 seconds, Glass City made 5 of 6 free-throw attempts to seal the 7-point win and remain undefeated against Lebanon this season. Succeeding their second consecutive victory, the Wranglers strived to extend their win streak on Sunday, May 7th, as they were set to play the Kokomo Bobcats at Owens Community College for the 5th edition of the game. Tip-off between the Wranglers and Bobcats was set for 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which featured Darrington and Derek Hawk Hawthorne, two of the TBL's top MVP candidates. In the fifth meeting between the Wranglers and Bobcats, Kokomo came out with their 5th win against Glass City this season, moving their mark to 5-0, courtesy of a 115-103 victory as Larry Plummer and Derek Hawthorne combined for 55 points. As shown by their season-long averages of 108.8 points per game, 26th in TBL, on 46.4% shooting from the field, 38.7% shooting from three-point range, 7th in TBL, and 78% shooting from the free-throw line, 7th in TBL. Kokomo's offense has been superb all season long, including on Sunday. For reference, Kokomo posted the aforementioned 115 points on 53.7% shooting from the field, 55% shooting from downtown, and 91.4% shooting from the charity stripe, along with all 8 Bobcats scoring 6+ points. To clarify, Plummer served as Kokomo's number 1 scoring option against Glass City, recording a game-high 31 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal on 9 of 15 shooting in 30 minutes and 25 seconds. Not to be outdone by Plummer, Bobcats superstar small forward Derek Hawk Hawthorne posted 24, 4, 3, and 1 on 7 of 17 shooting in 38 minutes and 46 seconds. His 17th game scoring 20-plus points this season. Meanwhile, shooting guard Tajaria Henderson notched 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal on 6 of 10 shooting and 4 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc, all-season best for Glass City. Finally, small forward Johnny Griffin, the junior, added 14, a team-high 8 rebounds, and 3 steals on 4 of 7 shooting in 42 minutes, while power forward Kiarl Green had 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in 26 minutes and 22 seconds. Following a team-high 26-point outing in Glass City's 113-106 win versus Lebanon, Wranglers superstar point guard Chris Darrington played well against Kokomo, recording a team-high 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, albeit on 5 of 18 shooting from the field and 2 of 10 shooting from three-point range. Although Darrington has scored 27-plus points in all 5 of Glass City's meetings with Kokomo, the 2022 TBL Rookie of the Year has been stifled by Hawthorne's defense, as shown by his 44.9% mark from the field and 29.2% mark from three-point range. As a result of star shooting guard Anthony Carmen and six-man point guard Alex Heath combining for just 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting, power forward Marlon Sierra, veteran center Jonathan Brown, and point guard Clement Owens V played major roles in Glass City's offense on Sunday. In 31 minutes and 47 seconds, Sierra recorded a season-best 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal on 7 of 17 shooting, while Brown finished with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and a game-high 4 steals on 50% shooting in just 26 minutes and 22 seconds. Even though Owens V would be the final Wrangler to clear the 10-point threshold with 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in 37 minutes, Point guard Francisco Santiago Jr. and center Darnell Rushing combined for 15 points and 7 rebounds, with the former adding 3 steals. Similar to the previous 4 meetings, crashing the glass was an issue for Glass City versus Kokomo, as Bobcats controlled the glass for the entirety of Sunday's game. As a team, Kokomo posted 47 total rebounds, 37 of which were defensive rebounds, while Glass City finished with 35 total rebounds and 21 defensive rebounds. In spite of this, the Wranglers would still finish the loss with 14 offensive rebounds, as compared to the Bobcats' 10, the first time Glass City performed Kokomo on offensive rebounds this season. After Brown won the tip-off over Green, Owens V started the game off strong, converting on 2 consecutive layups to give Glass City a 4-3 lead just 76 seconds into the game. The Wranglers would expand their lead to the Bobcats 22-12 after going on an 18-9 scoring run capped off by Darrington's 6th free throw of the game with just 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. From there, Glass City scored 12 points to end the first quarter with a 30-19 lead over Kokomo. Courtesy of a quick layup by Brown and a deep catch-and-shoot three-pointer from Sierra, Glass City took a 35-22 lead over Kokomo with 10-14 showing, before the Wranglers scored 6 of the game's next 8 points to take over 2 minutes and 58 seconds to have a 41-24 advantage on the Bobcats, their largest of the game. Regardless, Hawthorne led Kokomo on a blistering 30-11 scoring run. After 3 separate scoring ties to start the third quarter, Kokomo retook the lead 59-58 with 8 minutes and 2 seconds left after Hawthorne switched a 3-throw attempt. In spite of 6 points by Darrington in the third, the Bobcats finished the third quarter with an 84-79 lead over the Wranglers, as Hawthorne and Henderson combined for 14 points in the quarter alone. In spite of trailing Kokomo 82-89 with 10:40 remaining in regulation, Glass City used a 12-7 scoring run to get within 2 points of the Bobcats with 6:58 showing after Darrington converted on a physical layup. For the next 2 minutes and 41 seconds, the Bobcats took a commanding 106-94 lead over the Wranglers with 4:17 remaining, which is the closest Glass City would get within Kokomo in the fourth quarter. Due to matching Glass City's 9 points across the final 4 minutes and 17 seconds, Kokomo retained their 12-point lead as a final buzzer sounded, keeping the Bobcats a perfect 5-0 against the Wranglers this season. Succeeding their 5th loss to Kokomo this season, Glass City will prepare for a slate of games in Week 10. Starting with an Upper Midwest Division matchup versus the Kalamazoo Galaxy, 6-9, 5th in the Upper Midwest, on Friday, May 12th at Wings Event Center. Tip-off for Friday's game between the Wranglers and Galaxy is set up for 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Meanwhile, Kokomo will begin a 3-game week on Thursday, April 11th versus the Lebanon Leprechauns, 4-12, 6th in the Upper Midwest at Kokomo Memorial Gymnasium at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Both games and games of all 49 teams in the TBL can be found on tbltv.tv. From the TBL News Desk, I'm Brad Smith, signing off.